Joker 2 is punishment for anybody that liked Joker 1. Anyone that supported it, that went and spent your money to go watch this film and make it a $1 billion franchise, a $1 billion film, a rated R $1 billion film, which was the highest grossing rated R film of all time, you were the wrong type of person. That is how Hollywood feels about it. And Hollywood has decided, since the wrong type of people really loved Joker and really went out there and supported it, now we have to make a Joker Part 2 to destroy Joker 1. That is essentially what has happened, and that is why you're hearing all of the backlash and why you're hearing that it's not going to have a strong opening weekend at the box office. And then you get an article right here from Rolling Stones that says it point blank. Joker 2 has a message for fans. Go F yourself. Kudos to this follow-up to the $1 billion grossing hit for delivering something more than a carbon copy of the Angry Young Clown original. But who exactly is this musical for? People that are not going to spend money on it, and we've seen that time and time again. But of course, you've got right here, you've got a weekend preview. Slow demand for Joker 2, on pace for a $50 million opening weekend. This is not going good. You've got Rotten Tomatoes with a 42% from the critics right now. 42%. These are the people you would think would love it. But of course, it's not going well. Now, you go back to the whole point of, like, generally speaking, and I say this to somebody that's enjoying the Penguin show right now, but generally speaking, you can't really do a Batman, a movie set or a movie or a TV show or a story set in Arkham without having Batman. At some point, it's going to be a problem. Joker should have been a one-off. But of course, this is Hollywood, so it's never going to be a one-off unless it's Christopher Nolan, who will walk away from franchises that make all of this money. But 9 times out of 10, Hollywood's going to make a follow-up, even if there's not a story to be told. And in this situation, Hollywood has decided we have to punish the people that actually liked the first film because they're the wrong type of people. Never mind that it was elevated to $1 billion. Never mind that you couldn't build a toxic narrative, because this is what happens every time you have a franchise come out and it fails, and they build like, well, fans are just toxic, fans are this, fans are that, every single time. With the Joker, they couldn't build that. Of course, they tried to build narratives before the film came out, threats of violence, security, and all of that, and ultimately, was it Frozen 2 that had like machete attacks at the release? But if that would have happened at the Joker, a narrative would have been built around it, because the mainstream media is very, very untrustworthy. They are the enemy of the people. But going back to the Joker and this Rolling Stone article, this puts it into perspective right here. This is so perfect. And it just symbolizes what the media thinks of you and what they think of anyone that supports something that they're a fan of. You are the problem, and you're the wrong type of person, and they have decided that you need to be cast out. Here you have Joker 2 is so bad and so boring, it's absolutely shocking. It's not shocking. It's not shocking at all, because when you understand how much Hollywood despises the certain type of fan that elevated Joker, it's not shocking and it's not surprising at all. Headlines are kind of crazy all over the place. Joker 2 fan reviews are mixed. I wanted a Joker movie, not a musical. That was exactly what a lot of people, present party included, looked at the first trailer and were like, what the hell is this? This isn't Joker. This looks like something made for not the audience that elevated Joker to the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. It's really that simple. So that's really all we can take away from this, is that you are not allowed to like things. And if you are allowed to like things, then you have to walk the narrative in order that has been set by Hollywood. Because if you actually go out and support things, if you actually rally around something that you like, if you're not the right type of person, Hollywood has decided, well, then we have to destroy that very thing. And it's something we've been talking about for a long time, that these people actually do hate your guts. They despise you. They truly don't like you. And Joker 2 is a classic example of that. And now the media is co-opting all of that stuff and deciding to be point blank with their hatred of the fans, which I'm completely okay with, because you make my job a lot easier when I'm sitting here calling this out for years and years and people are denying it. And then we get articles like this from the Rolling Stone that just prove my point entirely. So it will be interesting to see what ultimately the Joker box office will be when it's all said and done, coming off of a $1 billion film that really was widely loved across the board. And I know I talked to, like, Gary had said, like, it kind of just it does destroy the first Joker film for you. So I've talked about that many times with like certain movies can stand on their own. Like for instance, Spider-Man 2, Tobey Spider-Man 2 absolutely holds up. Even though Spider-Man 3 was a disappointment to many people, it had no impact on Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is a fantastic film. Whereas Force Awakens, people that liked that movie can go back and retroactively look at it and go, this is a terrible movie because it needed the payoff of the other films involved. It couldn't stand alone on its own. And so unfortunately, with the carryover to this, and look, I do think like if I don't watch the Joker part 2, then I never have to worry about it having any effect on it. I seen the Joker twice, and I enjoyed it. Do I think it's the best interpretation of the Joker I've ever seen on camera, on live action camera? No, I still think that's Heath Ledger, and I think Jack Nicholson is second. So I enjoyed it for what it was, and it was very isolated, and I'm fine just leaving it at that. But it's clear that the narrative and the point behind this sequel was to let all of you toxic fans know that you are horrible and we don't want you. That is the narrative from Hollywood, and the mainstream media is carrying the water for them to let you know point blank that they hate your guts. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.